Here I'm Hao, and this is just another video of me solving random difficult problem. So let's begin. We are given a linked list here, and they want us to swap every adjacent node, every pair. So 1 and 2, right? And then 3 and 4. This. And then we need to swap the node only. Only the node should be changed, not the value, right? So if we just have to change the value, then we can just skip 2 pointers, right? And keep iterating and swap the value. That's pretty straightforward. But the notice here is a little bit more tricky. So let's look at the example here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Four and 2 no. Okay, right. So my first intuition is that we can have a current pointer right to here. And if we want to swap 1 and 2, what does it mean? So 1 will be pointing to whatever like 2 is pointing, right? So we would set this pointer of 2 to 1, and then 1 pointer to 3, right? So we have 2, 1, and 3. But actually, we want to this result, right? We want 1 to pointing to 4, like all the way from here to here. So that's why we need to keep track of the previous pointer here. So 2 and 1, right? So 1 would be our previous pointer here. So if the previous pointer is no, then we don't do anything, right? We just update the previous equal to the current. But if it is not no, then we want to set the previous dot next, right? So let's say the current is here, and we want to set the previous dot next equal to the current dot next, right? So in that way, we have the correct pointer here, right? And similarly, we can set the pointer of 4 to 3, and then 3 to no, right? So on and so forth. So the general idea is that we need to keep track of the previous node so that we can swap the node correctly. Okay, so let's do it again here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? No. So what is our breaking condition? So in order to swap two node, we need at least two node, right? So which is the current and the current dot next. If at any point in time the current dot next, or we only have one node left or 0, we just want to break the loop and return, right? So we can start out by setting the previous pointer to no here, and this is our current, right? So we can do current dot next, which is node 2 here, right? Dot next, which is this pointer here, right? Equal to cur, right? So import this pointer like this. Yeah, so that is what we have. 2 to 1, right? And then we want to do current. So we want to keep track of. So if we set the current dot next equal to the current rate, which is this pointer right here, even though it is correct, but what happened is that we will lose the reference to the next node, right? So before we even set the pointer, we need to keep track of this node right here, right? So I can call this one temp, right? So temps is equal to current next dot next, right? And then we can set the next pointer of 2 to the current here, right? And then what I will do is I can set the current next. So remember earlier, if previous is not null, right? We need to set the previous dot next, which is the previous node dot next, the next pointer of the previous node to the next pointer of the current node, right? So before we even update the current dot next, we need to check for the previous, right? And then because the previous is null, we don't do anything. and we just update the previous to the current pointer, right? And we can do curl.next is equal to m, right? Or curl.next is equal to curl.next.x, the same thing. Oh no, it's not the same thing. If I do curl.next equal to curl.next.next, it would be back to one, right? Dot next and then dot next, right? So actually we want to set it equal to temp here. To temp t. Okay. So this is what we have now. 3 and 4. Right. No. And then we update our current pointer, right? To equal to the temp or equal to current dot next. And the temp will equal to current dot next again, right? Like this. So remember that our previous pointer is here, right? The current is at 3. The current is at 3, so our previous pointer is one node before that. So this is our temp. Okay. So we want to do the same thing, right? So current next, dot next, right, equal to current, right? Um, and we can do current next equal to 10, right? Like this. But we don't want to do that yet. We want to update our previous pointer first, right? Because currently our current pointer here is pointing to 4, right? If we update the current pointer, the next pointer of the current, then we will lost reference to current.next, which is number 4 here. And we want the one to go to the 4, right? So we want to set the previous pointer first. So now because the previous pointer is not empty, it is 1, right? So we want to set the previous.next equal to current.next, which is 4, yeah, right? And then now we can set the current.next equal to 10 here, right? So now what we have is this: 1 is pointing to 4 and 4 is pointing to 3. And 3 is pointing to no, right? Okay, so we just update our previous pointer to here, our current pointer to here, right? And the 10 pointer will be outbound. So it's 2 to 1, and then 1 to 4, right? Oh no, actually, this is our previous, right? The current is at 3, and this is 10. Yeah, this is 10, right? So current of next would be, we update our previous pointer to 3, right? And the current will be here. So now we are I'm about, right? We wish no, so we just break the loop. And then what we will return? They require us to return the head of the linked list, right? So the head of the linked list would be the second node, right? The second node in the original head. Always the second node, right? If we only have 1 or 0 element, then we can just return we can return no if we don't have anything. We can return the head if we only have 1 element. And if we have 2 elements, we have to return the head of next one. So that is the general algorithm there. So let's go ahead and code this up. So we need a current pointer pointer head. And the previous is no. We need the new head, right? Equal to head of next. We can return the new head at the end. And we need to check off for our edge case, right? So if head is no, and we want to return no, right? Or return head. Okay, so if we don't have a head or we don't have a head at next, we will return the head, right? Because the head here will either be no, right? We know, or like the first node, right? We can just like return the head. Okay. Um. So y current and current next, we want to have a temp variable equal to current.next, right? And then current.next equal to current, remember, right? And then here we have the previous pointer. So before we update the current.next, right, equal to 10, we need to update our previous pointer first. So if we have previous, and then previous.next equal to current.next, right? And then we update our previous okay, okay, and that's pretty much it. Okay, for the next equal to current, and then if we have previous, then previous.next equal to current.next. Oh yes, and we need to, I forgot to, we need to update our current pointer, right? Yeah, current equal to current.next. Okay, accepted. And thank you for watching.